Hello, our friends. This week on the Hucklebutt, we've got TM Nerdy with us. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed too, but we're going to make the best of it. Now that we don't have show intros or any of the fancy stuff that StreamYard likes to charge for, there's no but first. We're just into the Hucklebuck, episode 135. It's TM Nerdy. TM, how are you today, buddy?
I'm doing great. We were just hanging out just a little bit ago. We're on the just ending with Superman. Superman was in theaters. Now we're gonna get to Fantastic Four this weekend and stuff. So it's a good time to be a nerd. Like, we have Superman and Fantastic Four. Doesn't matter if you're a Marvel or a DC fan, and that it's just great to have these films in theaters.
Yeah, and I don't get bullied near as much as when I was in high school and a nerd. I mean, still some, but mostly just Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus is pretty ruthless.
He is. He would probably say that it's the other way around. I don't know. That guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, what do you got today? We're gonna see some your recent pickups, right?
Yeah, I'm on the cusp of trying to get a run completed and stuff, and so a lot of the comics I'm showing is me filling in the run, even though they're keys. It's just filling out a run for me. So yeah, and then I got some other cool keys to show as well because I had a pretty big week.
All right, man.
Yeah, let's get this started. So this is the first cover appearance of Trigon. This is
let me make you big. I think I can still do that. Yep, they let us do that.
This is New Teen Titans number 6. First appearance of Trigon. Beautiful cover, newsstand.
Okay. So is the run New Teen Titans then?
I don't know. Let's find out with this next cover here. We got New Teen Titans issue number 7. First origin of Cyborg and death of Silas Stone. If you don't know who Silas Stone is, that is Victor Stone, Cyborg's father. So yeah. So hopefully that answers your question, Beckerman.
Yeah, Wolfman and Perez, never a bad idea for a creator duo.
No. And then we got issue number 8. And I think this is the first appearance of Terry Long, who's just a teacher. He's just a reoccurring character. But this is a beautiful cover. I love how it just shows like Starfire, Kid Flash, Donna Troy.
Did you already have issue 1
of this run?
Yep.
No. I've gotten all of the keys except for issue 1 and issue 2.
Okay.
And that, like, I have a few other ones that I won't be showing today, but yeah, I've been just like chipping away at the keys first, and then gonna go back and get all of the cheaper books that are like $2. And then I got issue number 14, which is the origin of the Doom Patrol, and it also has a few other first appearances in it as well.
Such a solid run, dude. So many good stories in here. And like you said, there is a ton of like small keys throughout these issues too.
Except for this issue. This issue is issue 19. It has no key facts whatsoever, but I just had to grab it. Nice winter cover. I don't have enough winter covers, so I just had to grab this one. It was like $1.50. Still a nice clean copy too.
Was this from a shop or from eBay or?
This is from Capcan Comics. It's where I get all of my back issues from, and then I have Retro Rocket Comics where I get all my where I have my regular pull list and that. So two shops in Canada I use since I don't have a shop near me and that. So I usually go on Capcan looking for back issues, and this is where I got most of these comics from. And then retro, I get my regular pull list, which is Green Arrow, Titans, Feral, those type of comics. This is just a beautiful cover. It is the first appearance of XL. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm just going by what it reads. But this is issue number 24. It's a beautiful cover with Starfire and Blackfire, and then Titans in between.
Love that cover. I almost thought you had a signature in there at first.
Oh, that would have been nice.
I think it was the lasso. Well, George had such a flowery way of signing his name too. I have a lot of his Teen Titans keys signed by him and Marv.
Oh, nice. That would be nice. Do they usually just sign the cover, or like I know some people sign the inside. So like,
by the time I got to them, they were signing the cover. I don't think I got my first signature from them until like 2012.
Okay, yeah. They definitely would have been signing the cover by then.
Right.
This is a pretty cool key as well, that like if you can't get like the actual first appearance, you can get the cameo. And this is issue number 35. This is the first cameo appearance of Vigilante.
Yeah. Yeah, he appears as a lawyer, right, in this series.
Mm-hmm.
And then later becomes Vigilante.
Yes, sir. And then two last ones for the new Teen Titans. We got issue number 38. This is the origin of Donna Troy.
Yeah, it asks the question, who is Donna Troy?
Yeah. And in this issue, you'll find out. All right, last up for new Teen Titans. Mentioned this character earlier. Got this for a steal of a price too. But this is New Teen Titans Annual number 2.
Hey, Vigilante. Great book to have.
Yeah, especially with Peacemaker 2 coming, season 2.
Yep.
Just around the corner. All right. Yeah, that's it for New Teen Titans books. I got some big boys to show you, but before that, got to show this one. This was kind of cool. I never watched the show, but I did watch the newer show, and that'll make sense in a second, where this character actually reprised his role, but as a different character, but later on becomes that same character. I probably lost half of you guys already.
I just went cross-eyed, TM. Just show the book.
I got the Flash TV special number 1.
John Wesley Shipp. Is that his name?
Yeah, he comes back in the newer seasons or the new show, The Flash, and he plays Jake Garrick. But during Crisis on Infinite Earths, when they did that for the TV shows, he actually comes back as this character and that in the show. So it's really cool to see that come back around, since this show was in the 90s. And then you also had Mark Hamill was the trickster on this TV show. Mm-hmm. And he actually reprised his role as well on the newer Flash shows as the older trickster. So I just love this guy.
Mark, is a comic book collector too, which is pretty cool.
That is super cool. I want to always go back and watch this TV show, but it's so hard to find the show in that. So
I remember when this show was out, I was still in the back end of my elementary school years, which for us, elementary school ends in 6th grade. Then I would go to junior high. I was crossing guards with a kid named Nick Pickle, and I talked about that Flash show so much, he finally had to tell me to shut the hell up about the Flash. But I was just getting the comic book bug at that point, so I was really excited about it.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
Yeah, it was good.
I really want to watch it.
I haven't rewatched it in years. It kind of lives in my memory so well that you get afraid, right? You get afraid of going back and looking at that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's some shows I won't go back and watch because I know that they're terrible, but I want them to still live in my head for nostalgic reasons as a good show. Because if I go back and watch it, it'll probably just wreck those dreams. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
so,
Is that everything, TM? Or you got?
No, I got a couple more. I got 4 left here. This one I had to get. This was an exclusive. Mentioned the shop already, Capcan Comics. They did an exclusive for a certain crossover that happened in comics recently between 2 publishers, Archie Comics and Secret Stash Press. And I was all over that because I'm an Archie fan and I'm also a Jay and Silent Bob fan, so I had to get this one. Beautiful cover.
A Clerks homage.
Mm-hmm. And there's only 500 of these, and I got, what is it, 286. Got a pretty high number, but I still was able to snag one of these. It's just an exclusive. Definitely had to get this. I do have another one coming, which is signed by Kevin, and then I also have another one coming that's just the regular B cover. So I had to get it. I love Archie.
I'm betting Bleecker Street Comics didn't get any of these.
No, that's fine because I got his for him. Like I just was like, you're not picking it up, and that I'll pick one up for you. He won't take it, so it'll just stay in my collection. This book I actually got because of Biggie. Biggie was hyping about this book, and I'm
the
glad
immortal Biggie Shack. If you somehow stumbled in here and you wouldn't know who that is, that's who he's talking about.
I am glad I did too, because this cover is beautiful and it will have significance in the future, especially when you watch the Superman movie. And that this is Action Comics 544, the first Lex suit and the first Brainiac.
Terrific. I love that suit. That suit's so cool to me because that's what he wore in the old Super Friends cartoon.
And it's prominent. Like he uses it quite a bit in the future and stuff. So in comics and that, and we've seen, I would say kind of a rendition of it in the Superman movie. So like with the people that worked for him, spoilers, but yeah. So I'm glad I did get this. So thank you, Biggie, for talking me into it. He didn't even really talk me into it. He just talked highly about the book. And I was like, I'm going to get that. All right. Next up, this is a book that Biggie doesn't have. He reminds me of it all the time. This is DC Comics Presents issue number 27. I've been on a kick of picking up, trying to go after villains of Superman.
Yeah.
And this was
first
one
Mongol.
Yes. I was just like, you know what? I need to get the first Mongol. People talk highly about this character, and that I've read some stories with Mongol in it, but my introduction to Mongol was definitely the Justice League cartoon. And that where they adapted a story from Alan Moore. And it's the only adaptation that Alan Moore would put his name to, because his name's in the credits for that dust.
This is a book I went and hunted down in maybe like I started buying them in probably 2001, 2022, whenever Philip Kennedy Johnson did the War World stuff.
It's just a beautiful comic to own too. Him with he has a gorilla physique. Like
and that's some classic like Jim Starlin like villain looking cosmic.
All right, I saved the best for last, and I'm so happy that I got this and the condition it is in, because I got it for. The sticker price was like $60, but I got it for like 30.
Hey, half off.
That because of a discount. And they said it's a 7.5, but I don't believe them because this looks too clean. It looks super clean. I just got the first appearance of this character, which is issue 1. Then I also got issue 6, which is the first female Furies. But I had to get the first Granny Goodness.
First Granny Goodness. Great issue. Jack Kirby.
I love this cover. It's probably one of my, like, I know a lot of people love the issue 6 cover. A lot of people like issue 4 or issue 1, but this one's my favorite cover.
Is there a more Jack Kirby, like, he was almost channeling, like, you can tell, like, he spent a lot of time working with Stan Lee, because naming the secret identity of an escape artist hero scot-free, that is like, that's almost like what you would expect out of Stan, right? Except for the fact that it doesn't start and the first name and the last name don't start with the same letters. That's kind of like that era of humor, you know. He's almost a little outdated at this point when he's making Mr. Miracle, but it still hits for me.
Yeah, it's so good. This actually just showed up on the Hot 20 or the top 10 at one point. People
Well,
are
that
like
makes
specking on
sense.
this. And I
Yeah.
bought this. I bought this like a month or two ago because, like, with Capcan Comics, what you can do is, like, you can buy comics from them. Like, let's say I go on there today and find a new Teen Titans book and say buy. I'll pay for it. They'll put it aside in a box for me and hold it until I'm ready to ship it out. So I can accumulate a box and then they'll ship it out all at once. So, like, I bought this a while ago. I've owned it for a while, but I haven't had it in hand until last week. And it's just, it feels so good to actually hold it instead of saying, yeah, I own that, but I really do own it now. I could be like, see, I do. I just love
Pretty
it. Like
awesome.
I said, I got issue 1 and issue 6 randomly after I bought this. Like, I bought this and then randomly issue 1 came in the mail and it was gifted to me, and then issue 6 I got out of a mystery box. So I was just like, this is kind of weird, but it's kind of cool coincidences. So I'm slowly gathering a Mr. Miracle collection right now.
Not a bad run to work on, buddy.
No. And that is it. That's it. That is my
Perfect.
haul for this week.
Well, I wish I would have gone first because you really put me to shame this week. As everybody knows, I'm collecting the heels and faces from Zombie Sailors, Hasbro style retro figures, like not made by Hasbro, but in the Hasbro style from the 80s. And this was a special edition Sandman from ECW with the patriotic pants. This was a pre-order from like 9 months ago, it feels like at this point, but one of 1,776. Yeah, if only a proud American was on here with me. But that's pretty cool. I love Sandman. ECW was my first pay-per-view I ever went to in person. Next, Kickstarter, of course, because I have a problem of backing Kickstarters. One of the things that came in this, though, was an actual novel, Lawrence Lieber's book, Chirps. This is all part of Simon's Studios. So Joe Simon's grandson, it has a really cool company where he's putting out comic books. And anyway, this was available to purchase as part of a bundle, and I got it. And you know Lawrence, Larry Lieber, Stan Lee's younger brother.
Yeah.
93 at this point, so it's weird calling him younger brother, but yeah, cool book. It's about like tale of a genetically advanced bird, a mutant, if you will, a budgie parakeet. And when I think budgies, I think Sychotron, you know, a guy we talked to in Discord. But anyway, the bird develops human level intelligence and speech. And yeah, I'm excited to read this. Larry Lieber, I believe he worked on Journey into Mystery 83, first appearance of Groot, Iron Man. So, yeah.
So that's just a book you actually, it wasn't a comic book you backed, it was an actual novel?
an actual novel, but it came with other stuff that are comic books. So this is issue 2 of Pathetic. This is kind of like a Mad Magazine inspired. This is something Simon's doing. Jesse Simon is doing with his dad. So the son of Joe Simon and the grandson of Joe Simon are making their own comic books. Here we have another one of their books, In Pursuit of Deadbolt. This is issue 1. And then we have two more books. Same book, though. Issue 1, the variant and the cover A of The Strange World of Your Dreams. Now, this is reprints of an older book. So, but Jesse Simon is cool. I like supporting Simon Studios. I think this is the fourth or fifth Kickstarter I've backed of theirs. They always deliver. It's always good original stuff. He's got a passion for comic books and a passion for keeping up his grandfather's legacy. So
that's pretty cool.
All cool. But we went a little longer than normal this week, so because somebody got so many books this week. But hey, man, I just really thank you for coming on. As you can tell, this week we didn't do the ads. We didn't, as StreamYard has taken away a lot of our stuff here. I don't think I'm going to be doing the old format of the show as much. But in between Alan appearances, I'm going to be cycling people like this Joker in. And if you would like to come on and do an episode of the Hucklebuck with me, you're more than welcome. Reach out, let me know. I know I'll be talking to Bleeker soon, Biggie Shack, a few different people will be popping in here. Maybe even Circumstances, which would be weird.
I don't know about
But anyway, TM, anything you want to plug before you leave?
Just chatting with the comic community every Wednesday, and then I'm over on Biggie Shack's channel, as you mentioned. So just subscribe to him and subscribe to me if you do not mind. And thank you. Like when you hit me up and said, "Do you want to come on the Hucklebuck?" I was like, "Yep." Yeah. I was like, "Yeah, I will." So,
well, we
so
thank you for showing up, man. And hopefully, if Alan does what he's supposed to, you will see this on Tuesday. Well, fingers crossed, because that's always I hope you're watching this Tuesday morning. Anyway, have a good week, everybody, and thank you. Let us know in the chat if you would like to be on the show. And thanks, everybody. Bye.